Hey Houseplant friends, welcome back to my little corner of the internet, my little YouTube channel. Today we have a very interesting houseplant unboxing. This package has quite the story. I haven't opened it yet, but before we get started, please don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Maybe you've been binge watching my videos and you just forgot to hit that subscribe button. Welcome to my little corner of the internet, my little community. Don't forget to check out the YouTube channel memberships. There are multiple tiers and it helps out so much. During the Discord, general access is free, discord.gg/plantingashley. Let's go ahead and get into this story. So this package was shipped out an entire week and 3/4 ago. For some reason, the USPS worker Zena, who sent me this package, shipped with, said that my address actually wasn't real at all. Actually, that my address was just PMB 180, Boise, Idaho 83701, which does not exist. It's not a real address. So upon us discovering that this is where the package was sent to and not my UPS private mailbox, which is not at my address, we tried to put a stop to it, which is where you go online and you request a stop. And you just put in your address that it was sent to, the destination, and then also you put in your tracking. But because the address isn't valid, the website couldn't do anything. When we called customer service, they also could not do anything, but they said that it would be taken to the zip code of the general fake address. So I went to the downtown Boise zip code USPS office. I went there, and after 30 minutes of trying to figure out what was going on, they said that if they got it, they would hold it for me. But they got it, and today I went and picked it up, and we did a trade. So I sent her my plant last Monday. Today is Tuesday. So this was shipped last Monday, and then it was in the mail just forever until, yeah, so there's 16 plants in here. I only know what one of them are. We did a trade. She sent me a bunch of extra cuttings because she said that when we did a trade before in 2023 or 2022, I sent a bunch of extra stuff, which makes sense. Sounds like something I would do. I'm a little bit nervous for her, but let's go ahead and find out what's in here. Yeah, it literally says, I can't make this up. It says ship to Boise, Idaho 83701. That's it. It didn't even say PMB. It's not Zena's fault. I'm not saying girl to Zena. I'm talking about whoever sent it. Oh my goodness. Okay. Everything is wrapped in Christmas paper, which is adorable. Let me just take this. Okay. Here's our plants. She does have the list of plants here. Okay, so this letter doesn't have it. It says, "Dear Ashley, Merry Christmas, haha. I hope you get a kick out of these sledding skiing dogs. Apologies about the presentation. I did my best, but it would seem the wrapping and packaging skills I have yet to improve on. I'm so glad that you're back posting planty content. I really want to also make more YouTube videos. I'm glad that you are enjoying plants again. If it takes so long to return to being yourself after being postpartum, so it's awesome that you still have things that are just for you that bring you joy." Thank you so much, Zena. Okay, so I've known Zena for a while, so she's not just some random person, but okay, we're just gonna jump into this. Let's do the big ones first. Everything is very light. All right. Ooh, this is a big leaf in here. Whoa, okay. Whoa, I think this is a Hoya Sarawak or a type of latifolia. Ooh, okay, not too bad. Check that out. It's huge. Here's my hand right next to it, behind it. Hi.
Hi, Dad.
What? Do you like these animals? Do you want the paper? Ooh, this is a variegated something. Whoa. Holy cow. Okay, we have, I think, an albo. A Monstera albo. It's a little bit wilty, but it does have this is still moist, this air layered root here. And wow, the coloring is really pretty. Just pretend that the brownie isn't there. pretty. And then this one. Wow, this is so surprising. I did not anticipate this. Very fun. Check out the stem on this, okay? Crazy. That looks awesome. Thank you so much. And I did just come from the gym, so. Okay, it's another cup. Another cup of Hoya. Whoa. I think there's two different ones in here. Whoa, this one's like green and soft. Huh. Okay. This one's all splashy. I don't know what this is right off the bat. And then this one. Have you ever seen a Hoya that looks like that? I have never seen that before in my entire life. Just green, kind of bullate a little bit, like some leaf texture, like big bubbles almost. Very soft. It's got some fuzz on it. Huh. Thank you so much. I'll let you guys know when I get to the plant that I know I'm getting. Because we did originally do a trade, and we actually set this up when I was still living with my mother-in-law. Like, you know, me, Kai, and Christopher when we were living with my mother-in-law. So that was back in April. So I would say so far everything has come really nicely. Hi. Okay. There's a lot of cuttings in this baggie here. Our baggie of plants. Let's find out what's in there. I'm not sure. I love it. She taped the top of the Ziploc. This is a fresh cut. It's very dark. It's so dark, it's having a hard time focusing on it. Then we have, I think, another Croniana, the kind of like white one. This is pretty. It's very silvery. This one has some rooting on it. That new leaf is so pretty. It's very round. Whoa, I like this one. I love her. I don't know who she is, but I love her. I can't tell if they're normal Micans or if they come from a variegated variety, but whoever they are, I love them. Okay. These are all, I think, just normal Micans. Very pretty. Okay. Then we have something I don't know. The sky. Very dark again, kind of like a bumpy little leaf. Has roots. Not fuzzy. The fuzziness is a very important feature to note. Okay, this I think is another Croniana, but it does look like the leaf got pinched, so we may lose that leaf there. I don't know if you can see that little line, but I will do my best to be very careful with this so that we don't lose the leaf. I think it's a Croniana snowcap. I'm not sure. That makes me feel like this is not a Croniana. Ooh, okay, this one. Okay, I don't know if this one is different than the Serpens I'm holding in my hand, but this looks like a Serpens that got, it's either dying or it's sun-stressed. It's either dying or sun-stressed. I think it's just sun-stressed. It doesn't look like it's dying. It may not be a Serpens, that may be a completely different Hoya. This, I believe, is a Serpens or another type of like a small leaf. Like there's so many. There's like a Chingchonggensis and I don't know, a billion little tiny leafed Hoyas like this. But I love it. It doesn't feel fuzzy enough to be a Serpens, which makes me think it maybe is not a Serpens. But I love it. Oh my god, I love Hoyas like this. The small leaves. Same with the Peperomia. There's some tropical Peperomia that have the craziest leaves. This is either a Hoya or Discidia, and it is rooted. And I'm not sure what it is. And then this is a node. It's 2 nodes with 1 little growth point. And this looks like a variegated Monstera adansonii of some sort. Could also be like a Lechlariana, but it does give me Monstera, but it could be, I mean, it could be Jade Syndapsis as well. Not much to look at, but yeah, there she is. It is a little variegated. It is really hard to see, but maybe you can see it. Forgot about this. It's Hoya linearis, and this one's also fuzzy. She's very rooted into that moss, so I'm not really gonna pull her out, but very fuzzy, very long-leafed, goofy looking Hoya. I love it. Wow, oh my goodness, gigantic plant haul. Thank you for sending me the stratum. I did just buy some, but the fact that you sent me all of these and you know that I like rooting Hoya and stratum and you sent me fresh Hoya cuts. Is that how you do the? Like this? Is this how the cuties do it? The little heart? Let's do this one next. Sorry if my countenance appears a little bit, sorry if my countenance is leaving something to be desired. I've been reading a lot of Jane Austen for the word choice, but also I'm just not feeling that good lately, so. Okay, we got something in a dome here. Whoa, what are you? It's in a dome. Yeah, I'm just not feeling that good right now. I think it's a peperomia, but I have no clue. What a fun little cup. Wow. Dude, if it's a Hoya, that would be crazy, but I feel like this is a peperomia. Take a look at that. I'll leave this up on the screen for a little bit longer. If you're away from your phone, this is one you probably have never seen before. I have never seen something like this before, so you should come take a look at it real quick. And not shading you for looking away from your phone. I'm just letting you know that when I watch other people's videos, I'm usually doing other stuff, and it's nice when they're like, no, come here, bestie, come back and look at the phone really quick. Look at that. It's like red and brown and yellow. Some green. Very interesting. Okay. Second to last one. Here. Ooh, another dome. Ooh. Is this maybe caudata? I'm not totally sure. She does have some roots. I bet they rooted like even more when they were in the male. This one is fuzzy. Fuzzy dark leaves. And some roots, a little bit of, I think, speckling? No, that's just moss. Huh, yes, I was right, good team. And it looks like it did great. Oh, this is gonna be such a relief to her. Okay, in here is a begonia sarawak. And yeah, it looks like there's also a loose cutting in here too, or maybe that came out while it was in transit, but it's gonna be a little difficult to show you, but here we go, I'm gonna try. This is begonia sarawak. It is one of my favorite begonias. And I did have one from Maddie that is still alive. It's one of the only begonias I have in my begonia terrarium that didn't get choked out by the other larger begonias. So I will get to add this to my little sarawak that she has. And this one looks a little bit different than the one she has. This one looks bluer. This one looks a little bluer. And the one that Maddie gave me is very silver, so. Wow. Okay, let's open this list here. Where's our list of things. Okay, it's right here. Okay, plant list. Monstera deliciosa albo. Okay, so that's this one. Monstera deliciosa albo. Huge round leaf is Hoya lois andrewsiana. Hoya lois andrewsiana. Cool. Okay, packed together are Hoya revolubilis, which is the solid green leaf in the middle, slightly pillowy, and then Hoya Indonesia noid. So we don't know who she is, the speckled one. Cool. Begonia Sarawak, which is this one we just opened. And Hoya caudata, which I think is this one. Goldfish plant. From my super long mama plant, I thought you might enjoy the sun stressing. I think that's this one, because I don't think we have anything else here that could be considered what I don't know. But this is cool because my goldfish plant doesn't look like this one. Or, I mean, I don't have one. I do now. But this doesn't look like the ones I've seen at the store. So I wonder if it's a different type of Aschananthus. That's awesome. Philodendron veru. That must be this one. Oh my gosh. Philodendron verrucosum from the plant I traded her in 2022. And that was this little guy right here. The one I thought was also a Micans. That is so freaking cool. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hoya lacunosa FN11 was ABS01. It's the tiny, fully silver lacunosa, which is this guy. This one. Cool. Hoya croniana black leaf, which is lacunosa tear leaf shape. Okay. Hoya croniana super silver is this one that has the leaf that's a little broken. This is Hoya Huschkelliana. It's crazy that I know enough about these plants that I can discern from a list of names without having to Google what they are. She says that these Micans are both reverted Micans aurea. Okay, and now I see the variegation on the stem. It's pretty minor, but it is there. So that's cool. I'll throw it in with my pot. I have a giant pot of variegated Micans. I don't know what that is. Hoya croniana black leaves. I'm not sure which one that is out of these two. I couldn't tell the difference from her listing, but one of these I think is a normal Hoya croniana and the other one is Hoya croniana black leaves. But I could be mistaken and I will ask her about those. Hoya linearis, obviously, is this one. Very special. I think they're both, well, I'm not sure. I know, I think this one, this is called Hoya carrii, but with a C instead of a K. She said tiny, tiny vine with a little leaf. Anywhere? Yeah, I don't see serpents on the list anywhere. So she could have totally forgot to put it down. The only one that I haven't shown you on this list is whatever this node is, which I didn't think would be a philodendron. It looks like not philodendron, but it could totally be a node. It was in the same baggie with the Micans aurea. So I will find out about this. So yeah, goodness, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Thank you so much for sharing this with me. This is incredibly generous and not at all what I was expecting. I was expecting, you know, when we originally did the trade, it was just going to be my Lockii and your Sarawak. So this was very generous of you, and I look forward to our next trade when I have more plants that are bigger and I can send you a really generous plant trade. Thank you so much. I started reading Jane Austen. I kind of wanted like a bit of a cleanse. I am generally a fantasy romance reader. I prefer my books to have the possibility of like minor and impactful spice. I have a hard time reading books, and this is no shame at all. I'm just telling you my preferences. But the last couple of books I've read have been pretty heavy on the spice. So I kind of wanted to just like, oh my gosh, and not just like, the spice is totally fine. Like, honestly, the biggest stress is like, the last couple of books I've read have had some pretty intense, I guess, violence against women. So that's been hard. And then also the stakes in some of these books are so high, and it just gets higher. I just finished, well, I haven't finished it, but I am currently pausing Zodiac Academy. I am on book 8 and 8.5 tandem read. I'm at chapter 21, so there's like a ways to go, but it's too stressful, man. Like, it's been so long. Like, this is longer than Throne of Glass. And I'm stressed, and things are only getting worse still. I don't know how they're still only getting worse, and I just like, I need a break. So hi. Whoa, I like your monster truck. I've completely paused it for now, and whether or not I resume it in the future, only time will tell. I know how it ends. I looked up how it ends at book 3 going into 4 because I couldn't handle how terrible everything was for everyone all of the time. It was just too much for me. I was like, I have to have some kind of relaxation because I read for relaxing. I don't read to be stressed. So yeah, I did look up, well, not how it ends completely. I don't know how it actually fully ends, but I did look up the outcome of one of the male characters because I just got too stressed out, man. So yeah, so I'm taking a break from ZA indefinitely until I decide I feel like I want to read more of it. And I am about to read The High Seer, which one of my friends published, and it is an audiobook format. She originally published it without audiobook, and I was like, can you please, like, I was literally reading through it at like a snail's pace. I haven't physically read except for one book when Kai was being babysat, because I just don't have the time for it. But she published an audiobook for more than just me, but I am certainly the most, I asked for it many times. So I'm gonna read that tomorrow when it comes out for me. It comes out for me tomorrow. I'm so excited. I helped her pick out the narrator. I don't think, like, she didn't end up picking the person that I specifically liked, but I was consulted, and that felt really fun because I know a lot about audiobook narrators. Anyways, so that was really cool, and I'm really excited to get to read that book. But in the meantime, I have been reading Jane Austen, and I love her. She's so cute. I've read Pride and Prejudice twice. I read the actual audiobook that was published in 2006, and then I read the dramatized version that they just released recently. And I preferred the dramatized version. Jane Austen, when she wrote her books, she was like 12 to 21, and like, respectfully, you can definitely tell Because some parts of her books just go on forever. Like the Pride and Prejudice dramatization literally skips 21 chapters. Just throws it all away. So and I like the pacing more of the dramatizations. That has been really fun. I started reading Emma, the standard version, because I was like, I'll just read the standard versions for this, and then you guys can't even see what I'm doing. 13 hours into Emma, and then I just couldn't do it anymore. It is so convoluted and confusing. Respectfully, I'm not trying to be mean to Miss Jane Austen, but it was very hard for me to follow. So I stopped listening to that, and I have started the dramatized version, which is 9 hours instead of 14, and or maybe I made it 9 hours into the other one. And it is much more easy to understand. So, and I can definitely tell there are parts, like I've gotten to parts where I'm expecting there to be this like drama with this other character, and it's just completely not there. See, they definitely like also omitted some things from this one as well. So I'm really liking Emma. I want to read, I think, every Jane Austen book. Ooh, that's not good. I didn't open this earlier, but this stem is totally rotting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it here, and then I'm going to propagate this. And yeah, anyways, so I want to read all the Jane Austens. I'm going to start reading The High Seer tomorrow. I'm going to finish it in a day and a half. Today is just an Emma day. I have some real life stuff going on that is like really, really stressful, but I just... I just can't really talk about it. So if you guys could put like super well wishes out there for me in real life. Tomorrow I will know more, but for right now I am struggling, and you guys won't see this video until 2 weeks in the future. So everything will be figured out by then, but yeah, some IRL stuff is a little bit stressful right now. So I am just kind of trying to drown in the plants and the Jane Austen. So I am enjoying that. I don't think I can cut this at all. I would love some good vibes. But yeah, I'm really excited to have some more plants to focus on, especially since I just yeeted a ton of these out here last week to Tara. So I have a lot of space in my rut starting out. We're just going to put the varicosum in here alone, and then I'm going to put these micans in with my other micans. I need to figure out what the heck this is. And we're going to take this begonia Sarawak out of there. So that's going to go in my terrarium, and then in here we're going to put whatever this is. Went to the gym today to distract myself, and so that was really nice. Had a good gym experience, if you will. This is really hard to get sorted here. I wish it would just stay focused on what I tell it to focus on. The Apple iPhone. Mama. Yes. The Apple iPhone cinematic camera has a lot to be desired. Slowly, very slowly, and carefully. Quickly, very quickly. I think that's like a Miss Rachel song or something. Okay. God, I have to stop whispering. I always start whispering when I get focused, and then I can't hear myself back on the camera. And then I have to cut out parts. So we're gonna use this to help keep her down. Like this. Or this one. Put together. And then we'll also add sometimes this mode makes me want to like rage quit. I literally have it trying to autofocus on this and it just focuses on my face no matter what. Oh my god. Whatever. I tried. Okay, so I kind of got it like worked down into there so it won't tip over. Varicosum. I'm gonna keep this guy in here. I think this is the goldfish plant because it looks pretty happy in there. And let's get out my begonias. How's everyone doing? Hopefully okay. Okay, it looks like we're having some recovery in here. The Sarawak is doing its best, but it did lose a leaf. I feel like it would be suicide to put the the new Sarawak in here with this Sarawak. I'm gonna put it in something new. You know what? For now, I'm gonna actually put it in here with this guy, or in here. I need to get some of these little cups. These are absolutely great for begonias. I need to do this soon. I need to get this figured out. I don't know why everything is falling apart. I feel like there must be some kind of like bacterial infection in there or something, but sigh. See, only these big ones are surviving. I have no idea why. I've never had a problem growing, like closed growing begonias in the past, so zero clue. All right, here is my container of Micans Aurea. It's very large, pretty deep, very pretty. Look at that one in there. Wow. Beautiful. Okay, we're gonna tuck these bad boys in here carefully. Here's one. Here's two. And I got this guy. There it is again before it goes away. Put them up here. That is it for this video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, helping me take my mind off things. You guys are the absolute best. I want to start doing some streaming once a week. I don't know if I'll have already started it by the time you see this video, but I'm thinking Wednesday at 5 p.m. Pacific, because then at least the Pacific people are off work and it's 8 p.m. Eastern. So hopefully we could like get the most people there. Be like 1 to 2 hour streams, like online plant shopping, or just like looking at prices online and discussing topics in the plant community. I have a Reddit. It was called Plant Me Memes back in the day, so maybe I'll link that as well, and you guys can go post topics in there that you want to talk about on the stream. Join the Discord. The most active channel in the Discord is free, so even if you don't have a YouTube channel membership, please go check that out. But yeah, thank you for hanging out with me today. This was really nice, and I am looking forward to the future with you guys. So, you guys are the best. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much to my YouTube channel memberships. Thank you so much for liking. Please leave a permanent comment if you can, and I'll see you guys in the next houseplant section.